Before we dive in, take a moment to hit that subscribe button. Don't miss out on the fascinating treasures hidden in plain sight. What you're about to see could change the way you look at ordinary coins forever. Picture this. You're cleaning out an old drawer, or perhaps sorting through a box of keepsakes your father left behind, when your eyes fall on a small, bronze coin. Nothing seems remarkable at first. It's worn, a little dull from age, and the years have taken their toll. But there's something about it that stirs a memory, something familiar yet mysterious. You pick it up, turn it over, and suddenly you realize this coin has a story older than your retirement, older than the car you drove in your youth, older than most of the things you hold dear. This isn't just any coin. It's a piece of history, a tiny window into South Africa in the year 1990. Now, why does that year matter? 1990 was a turning point. A country was changing, and every coin minted during that time carries a whisper of that transformation. The 2-cent coin from that year, struck in bronze, may look modest, but it's a bridge to a world that existed decades ago. Each groove and mark on its surface is a fingerprint of history, a testament to the people who used it, and a reminder of an era that shaped generations. You may think coins are just coins, small metal circles you toss into a jar or leave in your pocket. But here's where it gets interesting. Coins like this one are storytellers. They remind us of the economy of the past, the artistry of minting, and the simple, tangible way people once exchanged value. For men like us, who remember reaching for change to buy a loaf of bread or a soda after school, there's something deeply nostalgic about holding a coin from decades ago. It's not just currency, it's a time machine. Now, imagine sharing this coin with your grandchildren or even a friend who loves history. When you hand it over, you're not just giving them metal, you're handing them a conversation starter, a chance to marvel at the craftsmanship and the story behind every detail. And here's the part most people overlook: the design itself. The imagery, the lettering, the careful attention to detail, it all tells a story. Every curve, every indentation speaks to the hands that produced it, the culture it emerged from, and the people who relied on it day after day. Many collectors start small, picking up coins from flea markets or old drawers. They don't realize that some of these coins, quietly sitting in a drawer, could be worth far more than they imagine. It's not about flashy metals or giant denominations. It's about rarity, history, and the subtle uniqueness that makes a coin a collector's gem. And the 2-cent 1990 bronze coin from South Africa fits that description perfectly. Now, here's the part that fascinates me the most, and I know it will fascinate you. This coin is a reminder of the extraordinary hiding in the ordinary. How many times have we dismissed small things because they seemed insignificant? Yet, here it is, a humble coin with a story, quietly waiting for someone to recognize its value. The irony is that most people walk past these treasures every day, never stopping to consider their worth. But those who do, those who pause, look closer, and appreciate history, are the ones who often discover the unbelievable. That I know what you're thinking. You're wondering, how valuable could a simple bronze coin be? And that's exactly what makes this story so thrilling. Unlike gold or silver, bronze coins rarely scream wealth at first glance. They're modest, approachable, even humble. And yet, when rarity, condition, and historical context come together, the result is astonishing. Coins like the 2-cent 1990 from South Africa have quietly climbed in value because collectors are increasingly aware of their significance. The demand grows not just for the metal, but for the story, the nostalgia, and the connection to a time that many of us still remember vividly. Here's a little secret of coin collecting. It's about patience and perspective. You can spend years chasing flashy items, or you can recognize the understated gems hiding in plain sight. Men in our age group, in particular, often have a natural instinct for this. They've lived through decades of change, seen the world evolve, and know the difference between what's fleeting and what holds lasting value. This coin taps into that instinct perfectly. Think back to the first car you owned, the first house you bought, the first time you held your child. That sense of accomplishment, the feeling that comes with recognizing value in what others might overlook. That's exactly what holding this coin gives you. And the thrill? It's not just financial. It's emotional. It's the joy of discovery, the thrill of knowing that something you once dismissed is actually priceless in ways most people never even imagine. Collectors who have stumbled upon coins like this often report a surge of excitement that's hard to describe. It's a mix of pride, nostalgia, and awe. And it's not just about money. It's about being part of something bigger, understanding history in a way you can literally hold in your hand, and sharing that experience with others who appreciate it as much as you do. Now, after all that build-up, here's the moment you've been waiting for. The 2-cent 1990 bronze coin from South Africa. Yes, the small, unassuming piece of history we've been talking about can actually fetch astonishing amounts among collectors. In certain conditions, and depending on rarity, this coin's value can reach as high as $3 million. Yes, you heard that right, $3 million. From an old drawer to a fortune. It's a perfect reminder that sometimes the smallest, quietest things in life can hold the most incredible surprises. So, the next time you're sorting through old keepsakes or cleaning out forgotten drawers, remember, history isn't always loud. Sometimes, it whispers through a small bronze coin, waiting for someone to recognize its worth. And if you've enjoyed this journey through history, discovery, and hidden treasures, make sure to subscribe, because who knows what other remarkable stories are lying just around the corner. The next great treasure could be closer than you think. Before we dive in, take a moment and hit that subscribe button right now. If you love uncovering hidden treasures from the past and learning how ordinary items can hold extraordinary value, you're in the right place. Trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next. Now, imagine holding a piece of history in the palm of your hand. Something small, often overlooked, yet quietly remarkable. Today, we're talking about a coin that might have passed through countless pockets, yet has stories to tell. Stories that span decades, stories of a nation, and stories of opportunity. I'm talking about the 2-cent coin from 1977, minted in South Africa. At first glance, it's easy to dismiss this coin. It's small. It's simple. A modest coppery color, a humble denomination. But for those who pay attention, who know where to look, these coins are more than just currency. They are snapshots of history, frozen in metal. This particular 1977 coin is a product of a time when South Africa was navigating its own path, a reflection of its people, economy, and culture. Coins like this were minted in large numbers. Yes. Millions of them circulated through everyday life, from markets to buses to lunch counters. But here's the fascinating part. The value of a coin isn't just about rarity. It's about connection, about history, about the thrill of discovery. And for collectors, enthusiasts, and history buffs, that thrill is priceless. Let's take a closer look. Notice the design. The artistry is understated but meaningful. The details etched into the coin tell a story. Every line, every contour carries significance. Some coins from this era are more sought after because of tiny variations, slight differences in minting, in wear, in patina, that make each coin unique. A keen eye can spot these details, and it's those nuances that can turn a common coin into a collector's gem. For many of you watching, this is where nostalgia hits. Maybe you remember this coin from your youth, slipping it into a pocket, saving it in a jar, or trading it with friends. That memory alone adds a layer of value, an emotional connection that no price tag can quantify. And when we combine emotional value with historical significance and collectible rarity, we enter a space where coins are no longer just metal, they become treasures. Now, here's a secret many people don't realize. Even coins that seem ordinary, if preserved carefully and evaluated correctly, can sometimes fetch surprisingly high sums. Collectors are constantly searching for pieces that tell a story, pieces that are authentic, pieces that carry a mark of history. And the 1977 2-cent coin has just that. Picture this. Decades pass, generations move on, and yet the coin remains. Hidden in a drawer, tucked in a collection, or perhaps forgotten under the couch cushions. And one day, someone discovers it, holds it, studies it, and realizes the incredible journey it has taken through time. That realization, Knowing that something so small has survived, witnessed history, and maintained its charm is exhilarating. And it's exactly why collectors are willing to pay top dollar for the right pieces. Let's talk about specifics without getting bogged down in technical jargon. The 1977 2-cent coin can vary in value depending on condition, rarity, and unique traits. Coins that have been carefully preserved, those with minimal wear and a clear, sharp design, are far more appealing to collectors than ones that are heavily circulated. Even slight imperfections, interesting markings, or unusual minting variations can dramatically increase a coin's desirability. For men like you watching right now, many of whom appreciate quality, history, and a good story, this coin is fascinating because it represents an opportunity. An opportunity to connect with the past, to engage with a community of collectors, and potentially, to own a piece of history that holds real financial value. The excitement isn't just in owning the coin, it's in understanding its journey, imagining its travels, and recognizing the legacy it carries. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. While many might assume this coin is just a small, everyday piece, the reality is different. Today, depending on the condition and specific characteristics, a 1977 South African 2-cent coin can be worth far more than its face value. Some exceptional pieces have been known to attract significant attention from serious collectors. We're not talking pocket change here. We're talking about the kind of value that can make a coin unexpectedly significant. So, if you happen to have one of these coins tucked away, take a closer look. Hold it in your hand. Feel the weight. Study the details. Look for anything that makes it unique and appreciate it not just as a coin, but as a tiny, tangible piece of history. And remember, the thrill of collecting isn't just in the hunt. It's in the story, the anticipation, and the possibility of discovering something extraordinary in what others might overlook. As you consider this, think about the broader picture. Coins are more than collectibles. They're lessons in history, economics, and human creativity. They remind us of the past, of places and times we might never visit, but can connect with through these small, metal witnesses. Every scratch, every shine, every patina tells a story of commerce, of life, and of people who once held the coin just as you are now. And finally, the moment you've been waiting for, the big reveal. That humble 1977 South African 2-cent coin, depending on its condition and uniqueness, can reach an astonishing value. Exceptional pieces, those preserved meticulously and carrying a story, have been known to fetch prices that truly surprise people. We're talking about coins that can approach the rare, near-mythical status, and in some rare cases, collectors have valued them close to $1 million. Yes, you heard that right. A seemingly modest coin, small enough to fit in your pocket, yet capable of holding a fortune in the right hands. So, the next time you stumble upon an old coin, don't dismiss it. Look closer, study it, appreciate it. History, value, and intrigue might be hiding in the palm of your hand, waiting to be discovered. And if you enjoyed this journey into the world of rare coins, make sure to subscribe, because there's a whole world of treasures waiting for us to uncover together. Remember, fortune favors the curious, and history favors the patient. Your next remarkable discovery might be closer than you think.